Who wants to see me cover my face with new products? Hi everyone, welcome back to a new video. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a full face of first impressions. I did a haul video a few weeks ago and I have been holding off on trying the products because I really wanted to try them on camera and do my first impressions for you guys and just kind of tell you how they wore throughout the day and just let you know what I thought. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna get started by using the Cover FX Water Cloud Primer. And this is a pollution and blue light defense primer. And it has a little bit of a green tint to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just worm that in my fingers and go ahead and apply it to the skin. Ooh, it's actually not as like slippery silicone-y feeling as I thought it was gonna be. It actually is a little bit more of like a sticky consistency. For foundation, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier Flawless Lumiere Radiance Perfecting Foundation, and I am the color Cream in this, and I am just going to shake it up. You gotta remember to shake up your foundation before you use it. This is my brand new damp beauty blender, and we're just going to take a little bit of the foundation, and I'm going to put that on the back of my hand, and then I can pull it off the back of my hand with my sponge and apply it to the skin. Just at first glance, this color looks like it is matching really, really well. I'm really liking the consistency of it. It doesn't feel too heavy. It feels really natural. So far I am really liking the formula of this. Really nice natural coverage foundation. In this video I filmed not too many days after the Hourglass foundation review video, so you can see I still have this lovely little acne mark from a pimple that I had a couple weeks ago, which is very annoying. Next product I'm going to try is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and this is in the color Snow, and I'm gonna use this to conceal under the eyes. This is a pretty light concealer color-wise, but I really wanted something that was gonna leave a lot of brightness under the eye area. And this concealer does look really nice. It definitely is a little bit more of a heavier coverage, not as heavy as something like the Tarte Shape Tape, but it is a little bit more of a full coverage. So if that is your jam, I think you would very much like this. I always have a little bit of trouble concealing down my nose, so this so far is looking really, really nice. All right, I just went and concealed my blemishes a little bit with the NARS Soft Matte Concealer because I didn't want to use the Too Faced Born This Way because I thought it'd be a little bit too light. But so far, I am really liking the look of the Too Faced underneath the eyes. So I do want to go in with some cream products on the face, but I am going to go through and set the under eyes now, and I'm going to use this Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder to just go through and set just the under eye area. I'm going to go up a little bit onto the lid as well, but I don't want to set the rest of the face just yet because I want to use some of those other cream products. Now that our under eyes are set, I'm going to go in with some of these cream products, and the first one I'm going to use is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand. And I'm just going to take a little bit of the product and apply it to the face and just go ahead and blend it out. Looks like from first to go, you really don't need a lot of product. It is very pigmented, so I don't think I would take the wand and just go because I think that is not going to turn out well for you. So I'm just taking really little bits of product and continuing to blend that through. And so far, I don't love this as much as I love my Tom Ford Contour Shade and Illuminate palette. I think that palette is really gorgeous, and I don't think I like this quite as well. Okay, we have the contour wand portion done. And honestly, I have to say that that was kind of my least favorite, especially whenever I have like a blemish that is in that area. I don't like to use a cream product on top of it, especially one that you really have to blend out, because then that's just going to blend off any concealer that you put there. So I definitely would rather use a powder. Next, I am going to use the Tom Ford Glow Drops, and I'm going to use this as a highlight, and I'm going to use this again before we set our face. And I'm just going to put a tiny little drop on my hand, and I'm just going to take a brush and really lightly sweep that over the top of the cheeks and then blend that in with my finger. And this is actually looking really nice, very natural. I'm going to do this side as well. Take a little bit. I'm sorry if you can hear that train. It is ridiculous. So loud. All right, I am just going to blend that out, and this I really like as well, but I do still like better the Shade and Illuminate palette. I think if I had to choose one, I would just go with that. Now that we have the cream products down, I'm gonna go in with the setting powder from La Mer. This is their translucent setting powder, and I'm just gonna use this to set the rest of my face. There is a little bit of a scent to this, so keep that in mind if you are a scent person. So now that our face is set, I do want to go in with a little bit more of a bronzer, and I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. This is one of my favorite bronzer duos. I use this all the time, and I just want to add a little bit more warmth to the face. I feel like that contour one, I was not loving it, so I want to go in with a little bit more bronzer instead. Okay, I feel like the face is a lot warmer now, and now I'm going to go in with blush. And I didn't actually get a new blush, but I am just going to use, I haven't probably used this blush in months, so it's like it's new. The Hourglass blush in Diffused Heat. This is one of my favorites. I don't know why I haven't used this in a while, but I really do like this blush. It is really natural and beautiful. It has a little bit of reflection in it, which I think is really pretty. All right, we are almost good to go on the face, and I'm gonna go ahead and just do my brows off camera. I'm just gonna use what I always use, the Brow Wiz and the brow gel. You probably don't need to see this. You've probably seen it done 100 times. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply these off camera and then come back to you guys. Brows are done, and because I already filmed a couple looks using the Lawless palette, which I did haul as well, I did want to use instead today the Natasha Denona little tiny mini nude palette. So first I'm going to take kind of this lighter tan shade in the palette, and I am going to go in with a big fluffy brush and just sweep that kind of above the crease in the transition area. Ooh, this is really, really nice. I don't know if you can see it as well on camera, but this is really a beautiful shadow. So now that that is blended through, I'm going to take my crease brush and dip that into the darkest matte shade in the palette and kind of sweep that on through the crease area. Really liking this shade as well. This is a really, I think, well-rounded neutral palette. And I definitely blend a little bit messier than some people, so I like to go back at the end and kind of make sure that everything is blended out, so I'm not as concerned about it kind of as I'm working each color through. I'm going to take a combination of these three shimmery shades, and I'm going to take, I think I'm going to go with this shade in the outer corner, and then this shade in the middle, and then this one in the inner corner, just to kind of see how that works. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna take this kind of coppery shade, tap that on my brush, and apply that in the outer corner. I do feel like you have to pick up a lot of product in the palette to really get the payoff. So just be patient with it and keep picking up product as you need. Now I'm going to take that kind of lighter gold shade and put that right in the middle of the lid. And then taking that lightest shade and putting that in the inner 1/3 of the eye. Now that I've used this, actually in comparison with the Lawless palette that I used in my other video, I honestly feel like the Lawless palette might be a little bit better bang for your buck. This palette is really nice and beautiful and I do like it, but I feel like I would probably reach for the Lawless palette a little bit more because I can just do a little bit more with it. Now I'm gonna go back in with my big fluffy brush and just make sure that everything is blended. And then on the lower lashes, I'm gonna take a smudger brush in that lightest tan shade and just go ahead and smudge that on the lower lash line. And then for the inner corner highlight, I am going to take the lightest gold shade in the palette and just pop that into the inner corner as a highlight as well. So now I'm gonna go through and just finish up the other eye. All right, the eyes are done. We have mascara on. I used the Benefit Bad Gal Bang for my mascara today. And the last thing that I'm gonna do before we move on to lips is apply the Cover FX High Performance Setting Spray. And I do really like these Cover FX sprays. I think their mist is really fine, and I have used the dewy ones and I do really like those. This is my first, well, I guess I technically sprayed it on my face in the haul video, but this is my first time using the High Performance 24-hour. We have the setting spray on. I'm just going to wrap it up with some lips, and I am gonna use, I think, a combo of a couple of these glosses. These are the Pat McGrath glosses, and I think I'm first gonna go on with Dare to Bear. This is a really soft pink shade. Ooh, I really like how these smell. Yum. This is a very soft, light pink. This is not adding a lot of pigment to the lips, obviously, as you can see, but I really like this formula. It feels really nice. Now I'm just gonna take the glittery gloss. This is Pale Fire Nectar, and apply that just to the center of the lips. I hope you guys can see on camera, but these are really, really beautiful glosses. So I think that is wrapping up this first impressions, I guess, kind of get ready with me. I kind of want to see how this wears for a few hours. So I think I'm going to check in with you guys. I don't want to give you recommendations right out of the gate since I've just applied everything. I kind of want to see how it's going to wear a little bit. So I am going to leave it here for now, and I will check in with you guys in a few hours and give you an update. Hey guys, welcome back to the future. It has been about, I think, 5 hours since I last saw you, and I just wanted to do a quick check-in and wrap up of this first impressions video. So I have gone and run errands, I have gone grocery shopping, and honestly, everything on my face has been wearing quite well. So I just want to do a rundown of the products and kind of let you know just from my first impressions what I would recommend. So to start, I want to talk about the foundation and the concealer. I loved both of these a lot. I do want to make a comment about the foundation. I applied it with a beauty blender, and I would probably next time apply it with a brush. I know some people are in like the hardcore beauty blender camp, and some people are in the hardcore brush camp. I'm definitely more in the brush camp. For some reason, whenever I apply things with a beauty blender, I don't think the finish is quite as nice as when I apply with a brush. I don't know why that is. I think maybe when I use a beauty blender, I just put on too much product. I don't know why I do that with a beauty blender, but I definitely loved this, but next time I would apply it with a brush. This concealer, I think, performed really well. Personally, I probably should have used an eye cream sooner in life because I definitely have some lines under my eye and I always get a bit of creasing, but I thought this performed really, really well, and I am definitely going to be adding this into my rotation along with the NARS concealers that I already use. So for the Cover FX products, this was the powder and the primer and the setting spray. So I actually liked all of these products. This powder was nice, really nice for setting the under eyes. I thought it was natural. I didn't have any caking up of the powder. The primer, I'm gonna assume it was great. The makeup looks good. Could be the setting spray, could be the primer, could be the makeup. We'll never know. I have tried the other setting sprays as well, the Dewy and Illuminating, and I think I would actually recommend those a little bit more. I did like this one. It definitely, you know, set all my makeup, but I really do like those Dewy Illuminating ones. I feel like they set everything, but give you that dewy, glowy from within look. So if you'd like to be dewy, check out those. If you'd like to be not dewy, check out this one. Moving on to contour and highlight. So I used the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand and then the Tom Ford Glow Drops. Now the contour wand, honestly, you probably saw from earlier, was not too keen on this. I felt like too much product came out when you squeeze the tube, and it was just kind of hard for me to work with. I prefer definitely the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow, and I went in with this after, and this is an awesome product. I love it. I've hit the pan on this one and I have another one on the way. So I definitely prefer this over the contour wand, and I would definitely also prefer the shade and Illuminate. I think the color of that just matches me a little bit better than the contour wand that I use today. And then for the Glow Drops, I honestly thought this was fine, but my Shade and Illuminate, I think, does the same thing, and since it's kind of two products in one and it's a little bit more compact than this, I'll probably reach for the Shade and Illuminate more than this, but this product was totally fine. There is literally another train coming through. Every time I film, a train comes through. It's Murphy's Law. All right, so the next thing was the La Mer setting powder, and this was fine. It has a scent which is not my favorite, but it set my makeup, neither here nor there. Am I gonna repurchase this? Probably not. There's so many other setting powders on the market that are a better price point than this one. There's a couple more things to discuss and we will wrap this baby up. The Natasha Denona Mini Nude Palette, definitely like this. The shadows were awesome, easy to blend, beautiful on the eyes. I had also just hauled in the same video the Lawless The One palette, and for me, I think the Lawless The One palette is a little bit more versatile. Obviously, this is only 5 shades, so it's not really apples to apples comparison. It's like apples to bananas. This I liked if I'm just gonna throw in a bag and I want like one very neutral look. Definitely this, but if I had the choice between the Lawless and this, I would pick the Lawless. And then the last thing was these amazing lip glosses. Everyone is probably really familiar with Pat McGrath. Nice, Kara. Pat, every time. This was my first go at them, and I thought these were really incredible. I'm definitely going to pick up more shades. I just love throwing these in my bag. So these were great. Overall, I think it was a pretty successful first impression. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that you got something out of this that was valuable. So please give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more first impression style videos. If you are new here, I would really love it if you subscribe to my channel. So please subscribe if you haven't already. If you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back and watching another video. I'm going to leave it here for today. So thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.